What have you seen from them so far?
Looks like to me a group that's going to try to create quite a bit of action, going to be able to handle the bat. I would say last year their team wasn't a typical Cal team, and they really could swing the bat and really could hit the ball at the ballpark. One of the more impressive teams we saw. Just looking at these guys so far, they really put together some good at-bats last weekend. They're going to be able to move runners. They go first to third as good as anybody I've seen, so that's what I've seen so far.
What did you see from their bullpen this past weekend? They came in and threw some good innings.
Their bullpen? Really been looking at Dodson and Horn so much, really, right now. I don't know that we've really, we're looking at their bullpen, but really don't know exactly who they'll go to. We'll get to that point when we get there.
Horn specifically seems like he's a guy with quite a bit of talent.
Yeah, he's like turned down some money.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money. I'm not sure what pick he was, but he's a guy that's going to go up to 95. He's a freshman. Going to throw a really good breaking ball, and so he'll be a good challenge for us. And as will Dodson, the guy we're seeing tomorrow too.
Who are you going to throw tomorrow?
Davis Martin.
You know the rest
Same
of the
order.
rotation?
Same order. I got some better ideas.
Yeah, no, you're doing pretty good.
Your catchers, how do you feel like they did this last weekend have done so far, the first 5 games?
We had some rough spots back there, but you're going to have that when you're sticking freshmen back there. And, Colton hadn't played a whole lot, since his junior college days. And we probably had some mistakes, but you're going to have some physical mistakes. And there was probably a few mental mistakes. You probably want to eliminate those as quick as you can. And I was telling James and the guys that work out here leaving the day before we left, I said, going into the last weekend, you're going to have some things happen behind the plate that hadn't been happening because we've had, between Redmond and Floyd, we've had 2 guys back there that caught a lot of baseball games.
As far as the rest of the lineup, it seems like you've gone with the same core group. You going to change anything up? You kind of jokingly mentioned Orlando moving up in the lineup yesterday.
I really hadn't even thought about it. We'll get to that tomorrow. I shouldn't say hadn't thought about it, but we hadn't made a lineup out for tomorrow. So right now, what's in front of us today is practice and get better today, and we'll get to tomorrow's lineup when we get to tomorrow.
With production going so well so far this season, what's it going to take for a player like Anthony Lyons to find his way? Is it a lineup? Is it
There's an old saying, if you hit, they'll find you a place to stand.
Speaking of, with Tanner, what do you think he kind of needs to do or keep working on to find his rhythm again, seems like?
He's been working. Probably the biggest thing is pitch selection. Tanner's always been really good at separating balls and strikes and moving on pitches that he can hit hard, and he'll be the first to tell you he's probably been over-aggressive, which can definitely happen when the ball looks really big to you. He went out and saw some really good pitching last summer and swung the bat really well. One guy we're not worried about as far as getting on base and swinging the bat's Tanner Gardner.
How about the Josh and Zach at the plate this first 5 games? Thoughts on how they played?
Yeah, those guys have put together some good at-bats. Obviously, we all got improvement. We can all improve and get better each and every day. And I think that's the neatest thing about those guys is the process of going in and getting your work in each day has been a lot of fun with those guys, and that should continue.
I feel like Josh was playing third as well. 1 error, I think, over the first 5 games.
We'd like for it to be 0. That'd be great. That's easy.
Yeah. Is there something different? I'm not trying to build the guy up after 5 games, but did you notice something different with him during fall ball and stuff like that?
Well, we're not talking about just any guy that shows up to school. That guy, we've got a few guys on that field that if they wanted to go play pro baseball out of high school, they could have. And all they'd had to say is, when a team called and said, hey, I'll go play. and they could have gone out and played and maybe moved right on up. And you're talking about a pretty advanced baseball player. I mean, going into his senior year, seeing some of that bats he put up against some of the best pitching in the country and in the state, you know, as long as he just kept working, you felt pretty good about it. Now, that being said, teams will try to make adjustments. He'll have to stick to his plan and do what he does.
Coach John Henry talked to us after the game the other day and said that he had grown up a lot this fall in Orlando and said he had a fantastic fall. Where did you see him grow up the most this fall?
Probably just on and off the field. I mean, you start talking about all the things these guys that we throw at them, everything that you can imagine that we throw at them, and the baseball side of it's never been a problem with John Henry, and he really rallied in the fall and did a great job in the classroom, and he's really on top of his stuff now, feeling good about where he is with that. And but he's always been a pitch. He's a guy you could send him out to pitch in probably any baseball game. I mean, at any level.
You guys only played them twice last year. I know it's a different ball team, but thoughts on Calcum?
They're a good team. They bunt a lot and do all that stuff. That they really know how to play baseball. It was raining quite a bit there, so it's kind of a different way you play. But they're going to come in and play hard and play the right way. Probably won't make very many mistakes. Probably compare them a lot to Cal State Fullerton and teams like that play really good defense and move runners and do things like that.
How much more important you saying that is it for you guys in the infield being really on your game all weekend, given they're probably going to try to small ball you?
Just being able to talk and communicate well, just make sure everybody's positioned right, and just kind of knowing who the hitters are and what their capabilities are, who handles the bat well and who doesn't.
Cool.
Ask Coach about Josh over at third. I mean, you guys have worked with him since the fall. I mean, did you notice anything special about him? I know it's only 5 games, but I mean, he seems pretty locked in.
Yeah, his competitiveness and just he shows up at the ballpark every day and he's ready to go. He's just one of those guys that you can look at and you're like, you don't really have to worry about trying to get him motivated for a game, and you just know it's going to be pretty consistent day in and day out.
Talking about consistency, at the game the other day, Orlando said that maybe one of the areas you guys could improve on, him and you being leaders in this locker room, is kind of just making sure the team is ready each inning and kind of avoiding slow starts. Something you see as well? Yeah,
it is. Just kind of getting the younger guys ready to go, kind of getting everybody involved in the game early and getting them after it, and turning it up a little bit maybe before the game.
You've been up here a few times, but I haven't been here much. So where do you feel like you've improved the most in your game, whether coming into this season?
I think just my plate approach and just being able to play baseball a little bit more instead of just kind of going up there and trying to get hits. Just kind of looking for what I need to do for the team.
You can talk about what you expect from them on that plate as well.
I think they're going to probably have good approaches, slow the game down a lot, make it pretty tough on us and our pitchers. Probably try to work the pitch count quite a bit too, because I would assume they don't want to see Davis in there too long, or Callie or any of those guys. So try to run their pitch counts up.
How about you guys at the plate as far as pitching staff?
Stick to our approach. I know they have a pretty solid pitching staff. They do usually every year, and it's quite hard when you get guys in there that'll throw a lot of strikes to stay with your approach and that attack you in different ways. But we can stick with our approach 1 through 9. We should have a pretty good weekend.
I think Cal's going to be a good test for us. You know, first home series at home. It's going to be a good one for the guys. You know, you get 4 games, 3 days. It's not bad. You know, you get a lot of at bats for the young guys, which the young guys are doing just fine. But it's going to be a good test for us.
I think you, for the most part, had the same group out there this first little bit. How have you guys kind of gelled together over the last 5 games?
Good, man. We got a lot of young guys that are playing really well. You know, you wouldn't expect that from a freshman, but they're holding their own, and it's easier for us older guys, or the guys that are actually in the middle of the lineup, that just they're getting on base and they're able to just do their job. You know, so it's going really well.
What do you remember about the style that Cal plays as far as taking a lot of pitches, maybe throwing in some small ball?
It's funny, man, because I was telling Jamie back there that I mean, all I really remember about Cal is the weather we had back there. You know, it was a lot of rain. We didn't get to play much, but I mean, they're a good club. You know, they play hard, and no matter where we play or who we play, we're going to prepare the same way, and it's the way we kind of do things around here.
To the freshman a moment ago, have you been surprised, or did you just expect the way that Josh would come out and play his first few weeks here?
You kind of expect it, you know. He's been doing it the whole fall consistently. So has Grant. You know, they really just come out and play as hard as they can, and no matter where they are. Josh is really good at third, but Grant can play anywhere, you know. And as long as you give him a bat, he'll show up and do his job. So it's pretty cool to see. Because when I was a freshman, I wasn't as mature, you know, and I wouldn't say as talented because you go straight to Grant and Josh's head. That if I say they're better than me, but. No, they're good kids, man. They listen, they lead. Josh is a good leader. I mean, Josh is a rare dude, man. You know, I played here for 3 years already. This is my third year, and I haven't really seen a guy prepare and be as mature as he is. So it's awesome to see.
I know you wouldn't tell us, but any lobbying for you to move up a little bit in the lineup after that game?
No, man. You kind of just see your name in the lineup. Tadlock has a good plan, and it works out pretty well for the most part. So you just kind of see your name and grab a bat and go ahead. So that's about it.
Second leadoff hitter? Is that how you look at it?
I mean, I guess, man. I don't really mind it. You know, first, third, fourth, ninth. You just pick it up and do your thing. So it's all the same to me.